Hello, hello, hello. OMG. Welcome back to my channel. So excited you are here. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I appreciate you. It's Jody Dunn, and I am coming at you with a new weekly video. We're going to be decluttering my second small closet that I have in my upstairs hallway. So a couple weeks ago, we did my linen closet, which is on the other side of the bathroom. This one I used for some cleaning supplies and some cat supplies. This cat food I'm bagging up because my cats won't eat it. So I'm just going to go ahead and donate it and get it out of here. And you can see I have a little critter staring at me because he thinks he's going to get fed. You think you're getting fed, don't you? Yeah, it's not time. You already ate. You already ate. But nice try. Nice try. Oh, flash. Even Tom came around when he heard me rustling around in this cabinet. If you are new and you just found me, I am so happy that you are here. Would you please say hello to me and let me know you are new right down in the comment section? I would love to welcome you and say hello to you. And if you are already subscribed, thank you so much for coming back to another video. I appreciate you so much. Definitely leave me a hello in the comments so I can say hi to you. So not only am I going to declutter this closet, I also really need to clean it out because it does have a lot of cat supplies in it. My girls open up the cat food often when they're feeding the cats. So it gets splattered everywhere. So it needs to be cleaned out. I moved some of the stuff here in the bedroom just because the hallway is just too narrow to film in. But also because I kind of have a feeling, I just decluttered this room. This is the spare bedroom, guest bedroom, grandkids room, whatever you want to call it. And I decluttered in here, cleared out a lot of space in the dresser that I have inside the closet. And I think some of the things I have in here make more sense to go into that dresser. So I'm just going to go through this little shelf that I have in there and figure out what I have in here. I'll keep all the cleaning supplies in there. And then I had like a lot of things like command strips. And I think those just make more sense to go in the dresser because I have things in that dresser like this. And plus I had them like hanging from the ends, which was fine, except for whenever I'd go to reach for something, I'd knock one of the command hooks off. So I think I'm just going to put them in that dresser. I did find a couple of empty cleaning supplies, and then a package of like the drain things that Flash thinks is a toy. You see, get a new toy. No, you can't do it. Here, I want this. You're so sweet. You're so sweet. Excuse me. Excuse me. He loves anything dangly, as I guess most cats do. Although Tom really just can't be bothered with toys that much. If it has catnip in it, then he's all about it. But dangling toys, things like that, they really just don't even interest him. Flash loves all of the toys, though. This little bucket had some hardware that I still don't want to get rid of. So I'm actually going to move those into the dresser as well. And I ran downstairs and got a couple of baggies so that I could put like the screws that go with the specific hardware. Some of them are like extras from different projects that I've done. So I'm going to keep all the hardware. I already have some hardware in that dresser, so I'm just going to keep it all together. So I would love to hear what is happening in your world. Are you working on any fun projects this week? What's going on with you? Our weather is starting to warm up here in Michigan. I actually today spotted a couple of my tulips starting to pop up and maybe some daffodils. So that is super exciting. I have had kind of another crazy week. Did not get a lot done in the house. Super happy to get this project done, but last Monday, I ended up taking Viv to the doctor because she got sick, and she's my kid that hardly ever gets sick. And she was running a fever for a couple of days, so I thought, let's just go make sure it's not like strep or something like that. No, it's not. She had influenza A, which is just going around terrible. And then Donna got sick, which that poor kid, she's been sick, I don't know, a lot this year. Like, this is her third time, I think, since December getting sick. So I figured she wouldn't get sick because she probably already had influenza A. I think that's what I had when I was sick for like 3 weeks back in December. Anyways, it's just been an absolutely crazy week. And then even though the girls have not even seen Grayson or been around the baby, of course, because they've been sick, Grayson ended up coming down with something and getting sick. And that poor kid was wearing a mask like all of the time because she was trying so hard not to get Navy sick. Navy's not even 3 weeks old. And the poor baby started running a fever. And just because she's so little, Grayson took her to the doctor, and the doctor wanted her admitted into the hospital. So they are currently, while I'm editing this, in the hospital because they just want to monitor her and make sure she doesn't have an infection or anything like that, which I think is the best place for her to be, being so very little. I mean, not even 3 weeks old. Look at this cat food splattered on this cleaning supply bottle. So anyways, but of course, I'm worried sick. Poor Grayson hasn't hardly slept at all, not feeling great, just gave birth less than 3 weeks ago. Now she's sick. Now Navy's sick. She's worried sick about her baby. Oh, it's just been kind of a stressful week. We all go through them. And they will both be fine. I know they will be. Of course, I'm worried because, I'm a mom. But anyways, so I didn't get a lot done because it was just a crazy week. So we're going to get this closet cleaned out. You could see how dirty the shelf was from the cat food getting splattered. We're going to get it decluttered. We're going to get it cleaned out and looking good. And then I had a couple of plant chores I wanted to get done. And then I thought it would be fun to do, just kind of show you where all of my plants are right now. And I know not everybody's into that. So, if you don't want to watch the end of the video with the plant tour, I totally get that. We're going to just keep on chugging along and getting this closet cleaned out so that I can get it looking good. Donna Jean was just talking to me. That's why I was smiling. But it's been a while since I've showed you all of my plants, and I do like to document so I can kind of look back just for myself and see, how everybody was doing at what point and how they're doing now. So I just thought that would be fun to get a couple of things done and then just show you how all of the plants are doing, which they're all doing really good because I'm doing so much better with my watering. It's crazy. You give plants the light they want and the water they want, and they start thriving. I do have my camera setting inside the closet now, and I am cleaning the top of the shelf, which you can see had cat food had got splattered up there. These shelves are removable. I could just remove them and wash them that way, but I just didn't feel like it on this day. I didn't want to remove any shelves. I wasn't trying to make a bigger mess than I already had by pulling everything out. So I'm just cleaning it just like this. And I was kind of using my camera as a guide, and I think there was something on my phone that was making me think that there was a spot on the shelf when there wasn't. So that's why it took me so long to do that part. But like you can just see, it's, they open the can and it just gets splattered. That's what wet cat food does. Not a big deal. I love my cats. They're absolutely worth any mess that they make. So far, I got rid of about 15 cans of cat food that I'm donating that my cats just will not eat. I had that big bucket up on the top shelf that had all that hardware that I relocated into the dresser, and it has a couple of like paint supplies in it that I'm going to move into the basement because those don't need to be in this closet. And then I'm just going through the cat treats here. My cats are not big cat treat eaters. Most of these were opened and are expired since they've been opened and probably stale. I'm throwing them out.
Hanging out with you girls. Come on. Well, come on out. Hey. Don't eat old cat food, please. Hi, what are you doing? You hanging out with girls? Okay, come on. Oh, hi, Tom. Everybody's here. Tom, you think it's time to get fed, huh? Yeah, just a minute.
Clarky was poking his head out the room, so I just let him out. Whenever the girls come upstairs, he likes to come and hang out with them. I did find a couple of bags of treats that are like soft. My cats just won't eat the crunchy ones that often. So I did have, I think, about 4 or 5 bags that were not opened. So I am going to put those in with the cat food that I'm donating. But any of the ones we opened and they were expired for like 2 years, I don't care if you say I should still donate them. I'm not. I'm throwing them away. And I'm just going to donate them to the Humane Society. If it was like dry cat food, I might ask the Humane Society if they wanted opened and expired cat food. Cat treats, I'm not messing with. I'm just throwing them out. Anyways, I did find a shower curtain in here I forgot about. I need to replace the one in the girls' room. So that's good. I think I bought it specifically for that and just forgot to put it up. And we are almost done with this closet. Again, got to clean up, the cat food mess here. And I mean, it didn't take me that long. Probably about, I don't know, maybe like 40 minutes. And I worked on it at night one night when I had some time. But man, we cleared a lot of space in here, so I'm super happy with that. And I'm feeling pretty darn good. I have gotten pretty much my whole upstairs now decluttered and cleaned. I do probably need to just do a good deep clean in the hallway, which I didn't have time for on this day. Just getting the woodwork. I need to dust the light off, the banister, all of that stuff. But other than that, I got my room has been decluttered and done. Other than a couple of my drawers I haven't touched. The spare bedroom I did the linen closet. Now I'm doing this closet that's next to it. So that is pretty awesome. I'm going to have to start working my way downstairs now for I need to do a little bit more decluttering in the house for sure. And I got some areas that need to have some spring cleaning done. Let me know if you started your spring cleaning. So the bottom here just holds, I have a bag that has a couple of kitty litter scoops in it. And then I just have bags in there that we use to clean out the kitty litter daily. So I always try to keep some plastic bags in there so that they're just easy access to clean out the kitty litter. And the girls also hang one up on the door here that they use to throw away the cat food cans and things like that. And then this is the dry cat food here, which the whole top of it was covered in cat food splatter. So I'm just wiping that off as well. And although I'm not doing the whole hallway and all the woodwork, while I had the bucket of water and everything here, I am just going to wipe down the closet door and the woodwork that is right around this area, which also had a little bit of wet cat food splatter. So I'll just get this area right here while I got the water out. Oh, and I also found an old toothbrush holder and soap dispenser from the girls' bathroom that was in this closet. So I'm going to go ahead and donate those as well because they've been sitting in here forever and we haven't used them, so we're not going to use them. I totally forgot to take a before video, so I just have this before picture of the closet. So it was pretty messy. All the shelves were just kind of in disarray. So that's what it looked like before I got in here. And now I have quite a bit of free space, which is awesome. Everything's back to organized. looks so much better. I can see where everything is, and super happy that I got this project done. It didn't take long, but it made a big difference. So, all right, we are now going to move on to, I wanted to just get a couple of things done with some of my plants, get them ready for spring. And then I thought it would be fun just to show you how they are all doing right now. So I wanted to give the leaves a wipe down on my calatheas. I was looking at them the other night and they looked kind of dusty. I do spray some of my plants off in my shower, especially my ones upstairs, because that's very easy. Some of them I'll take to the kitchen sink to spray them off. You can clean off leaves any way you want. I kind of am a little bit gun shy to put these in my water because I do have a water softener, so it's got a lot of salt in it. And calatheas seem to be a little bit sensitive, but I sprayed one of my new calatheas down. This has been, I don't know, like a year ago now. And that's probably not what killed it, but the dang plant died. So I'm like, nope, I'm not doing that with these. So it was pretty dusty and dirty. And the backs of the leaves are like a red color. A little bit of the red came off. I'm using a new paper towel for each plant, and just filtered water is what I got my paper towel wet with. But it's always a good idea, however you decide to clean off the leaves, to keep them clean so that they can soak in the sun and photosynthesize and do all that good things to help them grow. So I told you a bit ago, I was really struggling with watering. Somehow I became a huge chronic underwater. I started kind of keeping track, and I realized how bad the problem got when a few of my pothos, which if you know anything about plants, oh, look I found a brand new leaf opening up here. I'm so excited on my rattlesnake. Pothos are so hardy. They're very easy, and they are a very rewarding plant. And my pothos, a couple of them started having some issues. One of them was like drooping terrible, and I looked. I hadn't watered them in like 3 weeks and 5 days. And I was like, oh my gosh, Jody, you have got to get this under control. So I have done a much better job over the past 2 months of making sure everybody is getting consistent watering when they need to be watered. And almost all of my plants are doing so much better. I mean, literally, I'm kicking myself that I let some of them get as stressed out as I probably did make them by severely underwatering them. I've only had this calathea for a couple months, and it came with some brown leaves down at the bottom. So I was just cutting those out. And then this is my lemon lime maranta. I love this plant. She's got a couple of yellowing leaves that I hadn't taken off yet. She is doing so much better now that I am consistently watering her, and has just a tremendous amount of new growth. I have new growth, I think, on every dang one of my plants right now because I'm actually watering them when they want to. I don't know how it happened. It wasn't on purpose. I think I just was so afraid to overwater because of videos I watched that it became an underwater to the extreme. So anyways, I'm correcting that. So I'm just getting her all cleaned up for the spring. She does have some brown crisping, which is probably from me underwatering. I'm going to leave those leaves alone. All right, so we're just going to run through a quick full plant collection. I want to document it in case you're curious about seeing how my plants are doing. Like I said, they are actually all doing so much better now that I am on a consistent watering schedule. So I think everybody has new growth. I'm like kicking myself that I became such a severe underwater that all my plants were suffering. But these are my calathea or prayer plant family. Oh, I have one more over there, so I'll show you that one. So anyways, this is my rattlesnake. She's looking good. I found, I think I already told you I found, this new leaf right here. So that's awesome. Pinstripe is doing good. She just gave me a new leaf Not too long ago. First one I had seen in quite a while. I'm just looking to see if I see any new growth in there. But she is just beautiful, just beautiful. She looks just lovely. And she's definitely loving the consistent watering schedule. These guys like to stay a little bit wet. Well, not wet, but they don't like to dry out. So these guys get watered once a week, once every 6 to 7 days. She is giving me so much new growth right now. Look, this is going to be a huge leaf coming. I am so excited. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have new growth inside, like a rhizome started a whole new growth where I got a little baby leaf and now I'm getting another one. And the same thing over here. I know there was like a whole bunch more new. Yep, here's another one coming. So, here's another one coming. Like, she is just gorgeous. Yes, she has some crispy edges. I'm certain that was from my not doing a great job on watering. And then this little lady down here, if you remember, she was a stump and shot out 4 leaves. She's doing good. She hasn't given me any new growth recently. No, that's not a new growth point. But she's still doing good. So that's awesome. Then I've got these guys over here. My Tradescantia is doing fantastic. The only one that's not doing anything is I did lose all of the leaves on my Silver Dragon Alocasia. And I'm hoping, I know it was because I had her behind the back window or the back door, and she just got some cold damage and she might have just went dormant. So I'm hoping across my fingers she starts sprouting again. Philodendron Brandy, I've had her for over 6 months and she's literally done nothing. And she's finally starting to give me a teeny little bit of new growth. The leaves are teeny. So I don't know, maybe she's going to do something. My Marble Queen Pothos is doing fantastic. I lost a bunch of her from the underwatering. I had vines that had just lost yellow crispy leaves from underwatering that I had to tear off. Well, I didn't have to, but I did. And I am propagating some of those, but she is finally giving me, those leaves in there are just gorgeous. She's giving me some new growth here, and hopefully you can see the vine that I had to cut off, or the stem that I cut off. It was really long. Hopefully that might be, is that a new growth point way down there? That might be a new growth point coming in right there. So that'll be exciting if it is. But she's propagating good, so hopefully I can fill her back in. My Anthurium has not done anything for months and months. She just gave me a new leaf. It's not quite all the way finished growing and hardening off, but look at this. I think a flower is coming. I haven't had flowers on her in over a year. I'm certain that's got to be at least one flower coming. That might be another one because it's got a teeny little bit of red, but I'm not positive. So I'm so excited. And then my small Monstera Thai Constellation is doing good. I'm hoping she gives me a new leaf soon. She just shot out, looks like she's getting ready to put out another aerial root. So I'm thinking she might shoot out of here a new leaf, or maybe out here. She does have a little bit of, that's burning. I did it to the big one too. I put them next to the grow light and I had them too close and I burned the white on both of them. I should probably pull that off. So, okay, a couple more things to look at in here. All right, here's my other Calathea. She's doing fantastic. I can't remember what she's called. My Makoyana. She's doing great. Isn't she so pretty? Oh, she's so pretty. She never suffered from my underwatering because I've only had her for a couple weeks, or a couple months. And I started really tracking and doing much better job with my watering about 2 months ago. So she's doing fantastic. This one, OMG. All right, this is the only room I have a humidifier in. I only run it in the winter for a little bit. I'm just not going to run like a whole bunch more humidifiers or anything. The plants that I have just have to live in the ambient humidity. So right now it's 49%. humidity. It's still dry in here. I mean, in the winter, it was getting down to 28. And when I'd run this, it might get up to 35, which probably is only covering a small area here. But anyways, this is my Dieffenbachia, my very first plant ever. That has given me a lot of trouble that I have shared with you. And I had her in the kitchen by the window, and I recently replaced her. Probably maybe 6 weeks ago, I replaced her with something else. And for whatever reason, I just didn't have the heart to throw her out because she still had a few leaves, even though she doesn't look great. I just set her back here. She's not even, I mean, she is 10 foot away from the window. But, you know, she's getting a little bit of light, and she is right next to the humidifier. I was forgetting to water her too, but I think I've corrected that. I really have not been paying attention to this plant, and all of a sudden, this is a new leaf that she just put out. And look at a little teeny baby one came out of that stump. I don't know. Maybe she's going to make a comeback. We will see. So that's it for this room. Let's go look at the kitchen. Oh, almost it for this room. This is my peace lily, which is over here. I just have it up high so that my cats will leave it alone. Flash will every once in a while try to nibble on something if he can reach it. And these are pretty toxic to cats. I mean, 90% of my plants are toxic if ingested, but they leave them alone for the most part. She's not doing fantastic at all. I don't think part of it is me. I was underwatering, but she tells you when she needs a drink for sure. But I mean, I got to cut some leaves off back here. She is not getting, I don't think, enough light. Supposedly, they do not like direct light, but as y'all know, I had her on my front porch that got direct light for several hours in the morning last year. For months, she was out there, and she thrived. I think at one point she had 14 flowers. She just thrived. So I knew it was going to be an adjustment moving her inside where she wouldn't be getting that type of light anymore. So hopefully once we get a little warmer, I can get her back outside and she will like it there. All right, I just have one lonely plant in the family room, which is my Monstera Thai Constellation. We got a squirrel. Probably wants some peanuts. I already fed Sweetie earlier. Anyways, she's gorgeous. I was a little bit worried. Cold damage did not, like opening this door did not affect her at all. This is what I was talking about with the other one where I burned it. I burned this one too by putting the grow light. Well, let's just pull that right off, shall we? By putting the grow light too close to it. I'm hoping she'll give me a new leaf soon, but it gets pretty direct sun right now and beats through. This is southern facing right here. She has not burned. She's been loving this light, and I think it's because she's getting a little bit of shield from the screen here. So I'm just going to keep her here. Now, come winter, I may have to, come summer when I get all the leaves on the trees and it starts blocking a lot of the sun, I may have to move her. And that's going to be the case probably with some of these plants as well. So let me show you what we got going on. We got a little plant area over here that I love so much. So I just recently had to change some things up. This is my Hoya Crimson Princess, and she is gorgeous and she is doing really well. Hoyas, most of them love a lot of even direct sun. Hang on. All right, I just wanted to move her so I could show you because me facing the window is really bad lighting, but she is gorgeous. She has grown. I'm not sure how long I've had her. It's not that long, not even 6 months. I found her at Kroger and I was so dang excited. She has given me an absolutely ton of new growth, and you can see, let's see, she is getting a little bit sun stressed in spots, which a lot of Hoyas can handle. Can you see how pink that leaf is? That's from sun stress. So I do try to rotate her once a week. I turn her so the other side gets the direct sun, because right now she's in the direct sun over here. So you can see these leaves are really getting a lot of sun stressing, which is absolutely beautiful. It's not really hurting her. She's not burning. So that's good. But she was upstairs in my bedroom, and I moved her down here because I had a pothos There, and can you see how much direct sun I'm getting right now with no leaves? It was not good for the pothos. It was starting to burn some of the leaves, and I think I'm going to have to try to figure out something to do with this pothos, which is my neon. Although once the leaves fill in on the trees, she'll probably love it here. So I don't know yet, but I have had to take a couple of leaves off of her because she has burned as well. I have my little wall of Hoyas up here. I'm not going to move this one because this is my my Bella Louis boy, and she's got 2 peduncles. Can you even see? That's a peduncle, and that's a peduncle. These will be the 5th peduncles she's given me in 2 months, and they keep falling off. But she is growing like a weed. We have new leaves that just opened here, and new ones already coming. New leaves that opened here, and new ones coming. This is actually a whole new stem she started. Back here, we've got new leaves coming. Oh, I'm in the way. So anyway, she's doing great. She loves this direct sun. She does get a little sun stressed as well. This is a newer addition, and I'm so excited about this one. This is a Hoya linearis, and I did buy her as a little teeny baby plant. And I cannot wait to see her grow. Speaking of, I bought her in October of 2023, and she was 1 stem with 5 sets of leaves. It is definitely true when you get a baby plant, the first year they sleep, the second year they creep. She's creeping right now, and I think she's going to majorly take off next year. I'm already in love with this Hoya linearis. She has given me a few new sets of leaves. I kind of wish I would have bought a bigger one. It's going to be so pretty when she fills out. And then I do have my Hoya Hushkiliana up here, which I repotted her, and she did not like it. I don't know if I didn't get I lost a few. You can see like some stems here where I lost some leaves. These ones are doing good that are hanging on, that didn't seem to be affected, but a couple of them are crisping off. Hoyas, a lot of them do like to dry out, but she might, maybe I have her in too direct sun because look at how sun stressed her new leaves are getting. Anyways, I'm excited to see this one grow, so I hope it keeps growing. All right, let me hang back up this Hoya. All right, I've got my succulents down here, which I just had to chop that one all back because I know how can you underwater a succulent, but apparently I did because that poor thing was so droopy. Oh my gosh, it was terrible. This is my pothos, Pearls and Jade. She's doing so much better. I was having leaves that look like this, like all over the place because I was underwatering everything. But she is finally happy. I've been watering her. Ooh, I see a new growth point in there. I got a new leaf coming here. So she finally looks much better. So super happy about that. I've got a couple of propagations that I'm doing down there that you can't even see. My small ZZ Raven is sitting here in the sun, not doing a dang thing. All right, over here. My global green pothos doing so much better. She's actually just like shot off a whole new growth point here and given me a ton of new leaves. I water her. I found my pothos that are pretty established. I water about every 8 to 9 days. So that seems to be working good. She is doing fantastic. This is Summer Nights pothos, giving me a ton of new growth right now, doing so much better. Oh my gosh, that poor thing was drooping. I haven't had this one for very long. And then this is my pride and joy, one of my favorite plants, which is my Manjula pothos. And she took a major hit. She looks like she's in way too big of a pot based on the size of the plant, but she's in the size pot for her roots. She had so much growth. You can see where I had to cut so much, cut back there. She finally has a new growth point coming out of this one because I had stems that had no leaf, no leaf, no leaf, and then leaves. So I have been propagating the stems from this one that I had to cut up and my Marble Queen. So look at this one is getting ready to open up a brand new leaf. She's been sitting in water propagating. So they're both doing great. Some of these are like, this is my marble queen that I'm propagating. I saw a video from Harley G, I think it was, and she said the best way if you're propagating in water is to get the roots started and then put them in moss, and then they will transition much better into soil, because my plan is once these all get a nice root system, I'm going to put them right back in here to fill this out. So anyways, I do have still a couple more that I'm propagating in water, and I do have a couple wet sticks. I thought, what the heck? Oh, look at this one has a new growth point too, right here. And I didn't mark what this was. This is a wet stick I just threw in here. She's starting to get a teeny little root. I don't know if this is from my Mandula or from my Marble Queen. I didn't mark it. One of them, here's a wet stick that has a nice root system that I put. Can you see the roots down there? I put this, so it started growing roots. I put it in moss. I don't remember if it's my Mandula or my Marble Queen. So anyways, everybody is doing so much better. Everybody has new growth. Everybody's looking beautiful. This I got a couple months ago. It's a baby rubber plant, but it's not a ficus. It's a Peperomia obtusifolia, maybe. She's doing great. She's got teeny little bit of new growth coming there. So everybody's doing fantastic. All right, we're just going to head upstairs. I just have a couple more plants left to show you. Oh, here's the Dracaena. That's the one I replaced the my Dieffenbachia with. So she's doing pretty good over here. Although in the afternoon, she does kind of get beat down with some bright light, like quite a bit of intense. And I don't think they like direct sunlight. I've got a couple teeny crispy edges. So I might have to move her. But again, once the trees fill in the leaves, she'll probably love this spot. So try to decide what to do. All right, we're up in my bedroom and my bathroom. I have two snake plants up here. I don't know if you can even hardly see them. Let me just move them. This is my regular snake plant, and she is looking fantastic. She has grown so much since I got her. I am loving her. And then I have my Bonnie snake plant, which is the curly one. And she is doing fantastic as well. Is that better lighting? Anyways, they are both gorgeous, and they are both growing a ton. I have 3 plants that I bottom water only. These are 2 of them. I only bottom water these 2. And they seem to really like it. All right, next to the bedroom. All right, I've got 3 plants in here. That is my, I'll get a close up, but that is my Hoya Crimson Queen. I have my ZZ Raven, which is doing nothing. I've been giving her direct sun, like a lot more light, and she has still, I've had this plant, I can't remember if it's going on 2.5 years or 3.5 years. And she has literally given me 2 new leaves. That's it. I mean, she looks beautiful. She's doing just fine. She just doesn't grow at all. Like, at all. So, there she is. She looks gorgeous. She hasn't changed at all. And then this was the pothos that I had downstairs. Hang on. All right. So, this is my Pothos Cebu Blue. And I had her in the window in the kitchen, and she was getting hit with really harsh afternoon direct sunlight, and it was burning some of her leaves. So I did move this up into my bedroom and took the Hoya downstairs. She's still in a southwest facing window, but by about 1 p.m., she doesn't get any direct sunlight. She just gets indirect light. So she's doing really good. She's got a ton of new growth. I think she likes it up here better, where she's not getting hit with that harsh afternoon southern light exposure. So let me hang her back up. All right, and I moved her down so that you could see her. This is my Hoya Crimson Queen, and she is right there, which is south facing, so she gets lots of direct rays from the sun. And you can see we have some sun stressing on her as well. Depends on which side I have facing. But I will tell you, I found this one at Kroger as well. Look at that sun stressing. So dang cute. She's given me a ton of new growth. A ton of new growth. When I bought her, I was a little nervous because she didn't look, she's not nearly as full as my Crimson Princess that's downstairs, but Hoya's put off these little tendrils, which I think are just absolutely adorable. And she had a lot of these tendrils with no leaves on them. It probably was because she wasn't getting enough light. So she's starting to really put off some leaves now on these tendrils that she's got. And just look at them like they're just, I just love them like that. This one's going up and it looks like she's starting to give me a couple of new leaves here. So that makes me happy. So anyway, she's doing fantastic too. And she is thriving. Everybody is thriving except for my Hushkiliana. And I do have 2 stumps that I'm hoping will do something. Let me hang her back up. All right, so there you go. I hope you enjoyed seeing all of my plants. I'm loving all of them so much. I think I'm going to take her outside and put her in indirect sun when it gets warm enough and see if she'll give me any dang growth. I have people message me or send me pictures and like, look at how much my ZZ is growing. I'm like, mine doesn't grow at all. It just stays the same. It looks great. It's healthy. It just doesn't grow at all. And I've done everything I can think to do. I've upsized her in pot because her rhizomes were really taking up a lot of room. I figured she didn't have any room for growth. I clean off her leaves. I don't fertilize her. I probably will start more a little bit in the summer. I did fertilize her when I up-potted her, but I haven't fertilized her probably in a month and a half or so. I only water her maybe once every 3 to 4 weeks. Maybe I'm not watering her enough. I don't know, but they don't need a lot of water. Anyways, there you go. That is what I have for you. So I got the project done. I did some plant chores. I got to show you all my beautiful plants. They're all doing so well. I'm so, so happy. And that is what I have for you this week. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. I appreciate you so much. And I'm going to see you again next week. Have a great day. Bye.